Hello and welcome to another update video about Bitcoin. Bitcoin continues to be in this ABC correction within a wave 2. Yesterday I showed you two versions of the wave count. They both will lead to similar targets, even though in this particular one, which I start to prefer because it is also more aligned with other coins and it makes sense actually. In this scenario, we're looking here in this wave 2 at an ABC correction. And in the C wave, so A wave, B wave, C wave within a wave 2 with support all the way down to 22K. It doesn't, of course, mean we will go down to 22K. In fact, at the moment, it looks like we are not going to go down to 22K. Now, that can change, but for now, I'd rather be looking at something around the 50% retracement here, 25.3K. Maybe the golden ratio at 23.9K. Yeah, so something in that range here. If I'm looking at this ABC correction, I can see that in the C wave we have 5 waves. Yeah? So wave 1, wave 2. Now that was not really well done. So that we have a wave 1 here of this B wave high, yeah, which was made on the 30th of April. So basically a wave 1, a wave 2, that we have a wave 3 complete. Yeah, that was completed yesterday. And now that we are running into the weekend here, we have our wave 4 and then maybe one more leg down next week. But we are now in the region where we can start to watch for bottoms, okay? We are now in this region. Why is that? Because sometimes you just don't get the last low. And also we are in the trend reversal area, in the larger support area, which is relevant for wave 2, highlighted here in yellow. However, I would normally like to see the wave 2 reach the 50% retracement. As you can see here, that is at 25,312 US dollars. Now, looking at the micro level, and to be honest here, not too much has changed since yesterday's video, but we moved on a bit. We can see that we are now most likely in a fourth wave because we have enough waves down to count a third wave complete. If we look at what has this third wave actually reached, if I take the length of the wave 1, I go to the high of the wave 2 and it reached the 1.618 extension. So that's perfect. Yeah, it's one of the levels we talked about in the previous video. Typically, as you know, in a third wave, we are looking for at least the 1.618 extension. That gives confidence that this was the end of a third wave because, first of all, it reached the target for a third wave and slightly overshoot it to the downside, but didn't have a candle that closed below it. But it did slightly overshoot temporarily, then reacted to it, and we have enough waves down, which is 5 waves to the downside. So everything's fine. Then a wave 4 correction, okay, which is playing out now, and then we should get one more down. But again, sometimes you just don't get this last leg down. Nevertheless, at the moment, it looks good. Only if we break above the 50% retracement, which is here at 27,820, we might need to be looking for something more bullish. Yeah, if we break out now, I would start to look for the idea that the low is in, okay? But at the moment, it's just that from an ideal structure, ideally, we get one more leg down, okay? But yeah, it's now, in that region where price can bottom. Also, many altcoins can't really take many more hits. And if we look at the daily relative strength index, that's something I'm going to show now for a while because it is so relevant. We showed it yesterday and so on. We highlighted that on the daily relative strength index. First of all, we're down quite a bit now on the MACD, but on the RSI, we are now around where we moved up a bit again, but sort of around the middle, the mid 30s, yeah, on the RSI. So just above oversold. And if we get into the oversold region on the daily, that is historically a really, really good bottom signal for Bitcoin. So that is turning around, yeah. Historically, really, really useful. A lot of people use overbought, but overbought is not useful. The oversold reading is very useful in crypto. On the 4-hour, we were oversold already, as you can see here. And that's also why we said a fourth wave to the upside is now due. Basically that fourth wave pullback. And yeah, resistance for the fourth wave, maybe to finish the video, resistance is again between the 23.6 fib level and the 50%, and that means between 26,746 and 27,821, with an ideal target, which is the 38.2 fib level in the middle at 27,340. Yeah, the ideal target is typically the 38.2 fib level for a fourth wave. Yeah, and this could play out over the weekend, I think. Looks like we might have completed an A wave yesterday. Maybe one more squiggle up in an A wave. I think that might actually happen. We could get a B wave down and a C wave up. So 3 waves we're looking for in some shape or form. And yeah, then we could at some point count the wave 4 complete. I will keep you updated. Again, if we break above 27,821, we might need to be looking for a different pattern, because a wave 4 would normally not break above the 50% fib level. Okay, that's my update about Bitcoin. I hope you liked the update. If you did, please hit the like button, leave a comment and subscribe. And if you really like the content, then please check out the channel membership. Thanks a lot for watching. Bye bye.